Pero yung
Tama.
Pabico, hindi siya Pabico.
Pabico. Oh my God, nakakahiya.
Parang
Dapat pala yun muna yung tinanong ko, no? Bago ko i-start yung interview na to. Okay. Mystery solved. It's as if you're an alien visiting another planet. Yung pala yun. That's why it's called Nobody's Adventure. We're waiting for Rick. Sir Eldrid of Catanduanes is arriving. Hi, Internet. This is John Luke Chica. I am a soon to be self published author, and my book is coming out in December 2020. And I'm really excited to release that book finally. But enough of me. Today, we are going to talk with one of my fellow authors in the PaperKat mentoring program for self-publishing, Mr. Ric Eldrid Pabico. Hi, Rick. Is it tama ba yung pronunciation ko ng name mo? Ric Eldrid Pabico.
pero yung
Tama.
Pabico, hindi siya Pabico.
Pabico. Oh my God, nakakahiya.
Akin parang kakanin.
Oh, sorry ah. Sorry. So, it's Ric Eldrid Pabico.
Ah,
Okay. Yes. Dapat pala yun muna yung tinanong ko, no? Bago ko i-start yung interview na to. Such an
pero
important thing to get correct. Yes, you were saying?
okay naman yan. Minsan nga iniisip ko siguro talaga yung right pronunciation niya, Pabico, hindi Pabico.
All right.
Mostly
Okay.
talaga a lot of people na kakilala sa akin, yun yung ano talaga na. Lagi nilang
Pabico ang pronunciation nila.
Pabico, pero a lot of people would say Pabico. So parang sabi ko,
Pabico.
pronunciation niya.
Paano ko ba sinasabi? Ric Eldrid Pabico. Pabico. Dapat it's Pabico.
Pabico.
Okay. Mystery solved. Okay. What's your drink of choice? Mine's
Coke.
coffee.
I see it.
Coke. Nice. Caffeine pa rin, in fairness. Okay. All right. So we'll go on with the first question. We're here to talk with Ric Eldrid Pabico. I hope I got that right. And we're going to talk about storytelling. Okay. So he is the author of the book Nobody's Adventure. I have it right here. And I'm going to read a short description of this author. So Rick is a self-proclaimed nobody from Catanduanes, a small island in the eastern part of the Philippines. He decided to move away from his family and home to gain a different perspective in life. In the city, he is an English teacher who is currently employed at DepEd Makati. He is also an aspiring fictionist. Nice. So this is his book. All right. So aside from the stuff that I said, can you please tell our audience something about yourself?
Yeah. Kasi parang a lot of time when people start to read or they read yung part na yan ng parang story description or author description ko rather. Tapos parang natatawa sila bakit daw I'm a self-proclaimed nobody. And ayun, kasi parang when I left Catanduanes, I've seen how big the world is. Hindi naman totally, hindi naman pumunta sa ibang bansa, pero it's my first time seeing yung hindi man first time, pero it's my first time living my life alone here in the city. And I realized na parang there are a lot of people talaga. This is parang the first time in my life to be able to see a lot of people. Kasi sa Catanduanes, 'di ba, konti lang ang tao. Kung pupunta ka ng parang ng sentro kung saan or streets, you'll not be able to see a lot of people walking in different directions. So parang na-realize ko na in this place, it's so big, there's so many people, and I'm just a nobody here. Parang hindi na sa walang relevance, pero maraming tao kasi masyado eh. So I'm just one dot from these people around me. Parang ganun.
So it's as if you're an alien visiting another planet.
Yeah, that's right.
right?
Kasi you will, it's ano eh, the life here in the city is different from the life in the province. Alam naman natin yun. Siguro it's parang ano na eh, it's a fact na already. Parang alam naman yan ng lahat ng tao na iba-iba talaga.
Yeah,
Makukulture shock ka talaga in a way.
yeah.
Parang,
So, yeah. So, yung pala yun. That's why it's called Nobody's Adventure. So, there is nonfiction in this book. So yeah, so we'll move on to the next question. What made you decide on self-publishing your book? Why not go traditional or being a hybrid publisher? Why self-publishing?
yeah. Um, kasi I started writing Nobody's Adventure. May backstory kasi yan. Parang I started writing Nobody's Adventure to be admitted in a master's program sa UP. Um, ang una ko kasing kinuha sa UP talaga is creative writing. So, humihingi sila ng mga published ng published work na kailangan mong isubmit. So, I started writing that time, Nobody's Adventure, first 3 chapters lang. Pero unfortunately, I was not able to to be admitted sa sa program na yon. Siguro it's because of my published works. Wala nga akong published works and hindi naman talaga ako creative writer ever since. So I started talaga becoming a writer nung nag-move na talaga ako dito. So yun. Then eventually, nung parang how can you say that? Parang bored kasi ako nung start ko dito 17. Kasi ano talaga eh, you are living your life alone. Actually, I have family here also. Yung aunt ko tsaka yung cousin ko, nandito rin sila nakastay, pero they live in Patero. So it's very far from Makati. And my decision talaga kasi is to live parang my life independently. So yun na yung ano ko, yung parang naisip ko na I should start writing. Tapos sabi ko, masaya pala magsulat. Then eventually, I tried then. When I finished writing Nobody's Adventure, syempre, you are I thought it was easy to publish a book. I thought it was hard. Yun talaga eh, parang sabi mo. At first, I have no idea at all eh. Kaya sabi ko parang I thought it was easy to publish the book than writing it. But then eventually I realized when I'm done already writing Nobody's Adventure, then looking for the perfect publisher to publish my book was really impossible. It's not hard, it's impossible talaga. Especially when you're someone who has not that kind of background talaga, na parang concrete background when it comes to writing and all, di ba? Kasi nag-try na ako magtanong-tanong sa mga publishing house and they're asking talaga if you have a strong fan base, if there are people following you already, reading your work. So, pag ano ka talaga, if you're an underdog, and if you try to join this kind of career, mahirap talaga siya. Then, I thought it was parang akala ko patay na yung pangarap kong ma-publish siya. So, I just dreamt of, letting my students read it, para at least man lang kahit, di ba, when you're a writer, kahit merong isa lang talaga na will read your work and will appreciate it, syempre, parang nakakataba na rin ang puso mo. So,
Yeah,
I did that na lang.
yeah, and it also inspires a new generation of writers. I mean, to at least inspire one, that's a big thing as well.
Then yun, tapos ang haba ng backstory. No?
No, no, no. This is good. This is good.
Thank you. Tapos yun, si Ma'am Imelda Ferrer, one of our
Mhm.
commentee in PaperKat Books, she told me na she attended this self-publishing, parang it's a seminar with Kat, it's a workshop with Kat. Tapos sabi niya, di ba you wrote something? Kasi pinabasa ko rin yun sa kanya. Tapos sabi, why don't you join it? Tapos doon, I started na. And I explored, doon sa anong yun, na-educate na ako. Parang siya package na siya. Hindi lang self-publishing yung natutunan ko. Pati yung traditional publishing, I learned it also through the mentorship of Kat. Para kasi, sinishare niya din, di ba, sa atin yung difference between traditional and
Yes.
self-publishing. Parang ganun. So that's the reason siguro na parang, sige nga, let's give it a try. Kasi hindi naman, I'm not that rich naman to spend money, di ba?
Mhm.
Syempre, you are the one who's spending money for your books. or your book, di ba? Pero sabi ko, let's give it a try. If it's your dream, di ba, talaga?
Yeah,
You,
and di ba, look how it turned out. You're
look,
all, di ba? You're published. You're self-published,
yeah.
which is amazing, and not everyone can, push through with this kind of project. It really takes a lot of your time, investment in time and money, and it's no joke. It's no joke.
And
So yeah,
it's something that you have to give talaga, not just 100% of yourself. Sobra
mm,
ka dapat. Eh, pero I
I
think the
took
best about it naman is we ano talaga tawag dyan, hands-on tayo all throughout the process. And we are learning, di ba?
yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. Nice. Okay, I am curious. What is your, although I know the answer to this because I have read your book, what is your writing style, your preferred tense, your point of view, and the genres you write in?
My preferred tense is past tense. With pag nag-ano dun sa part na nag-explain, di ba? Or narration part. Well, yung POV ko naman is first person. Kaya limited ang ano niya. Limited, wala siyang ano, konti lang yung foreshadowing na nagagamit. Kasi first person point of view. So, ang alam is based on the main character in the story. Accidentally, I fell in love in writing science fiction. And eventually, I learned pala. Hindi ko alam. I
It's
did
the
not,
best.
I
Good.
first, my plan was writing something psychological.
Mm,
Then, eventually, sabi ko, I like technology and everything about that. So, why not? So, yun,
yeah,
parang mix of psychological, yung parang psychological and science fiction na din, in a
yeah,
way.
yeah. I'm happy that you picked sci-fi. It's a good
Yeah,
genre.
we are,
Biased biased ako. Daya. But yeah, but I do understand yung sa first person because I cannot, I hindi ko magawang magsulat ng, I tried kasi before I did the my book yung Shadow Immortals, I tried doing, 'di ba, I know you know that I've been trying to do a non-fiction book pero in a first person point of view. I cannot, it's difficult for me to write in that style. So I
akin
shifted.
naman,
But
parang mahirap sa akin yung third person.
sorry.
Parang it's difficult for me to write in a third person.
Baliktad no?
Oh,
Ako, I thrive in writing in the third person.
kung saan ka talang comfortable na style.
Yeah. Oh.
Pero we're not closing doors, di ba? In our
No,
future
no, no.
naman, siguro we'll start using other point of view.
Okay. Nice to know there's a contrast there. How do you prepare yourself to write? Do you have a schedule? Also, I want to know how long it took you to write Nobody's Adventure. Aside from
Um,
these questions. Yeah.
Kasi, sa totoo lang talaga, walang certain preparation. Pag hindi, totoo talaga, pag meron ka ng parang ideas, babalik na naman yung 50-50 non-fiction, fiction. But anyways, kinabahan ako dun sa 50 later. Okay. Pero yun, when I have ideas already, that's the moment that I write. So for example, kasi right now, I am working with my book 3. So,
Wow!
yeah,
Ang bilis.
the revelation.
Nakakainis ka. Nakakainis ka. Ang bagal ko magsulat, promise. Tapos ang bilis-bilis mo.
Hindi talaga siya, hindi siya actually mabilis kasi when I finish writing book 2, meron na agad ako ng inspiration what I'm going to write for book 3 and
Mm.
so I'm thinking already the genres and of course kasi iba-ibang genres ang ko parang gagawin ko for the books pero related siya from Nobody's Adventure 1. Parang yun yung initial plan ko. Pero yun, siguro that happened. I submitted Nobody's Adventure 2 kay Kat by July. Tapos I started writing na the book 3. Then
Ah,
after a week, I stopped because I don't have enough idea and inspiration. So let's stop July, August, September, October, and it's November now. Then I started writing again last week. So that's how long yung ano.
Ah, okay.
So parang there's no schedule talaga. When there's inspiration, that's the moment that I write. The good thing about it naman is yung parang when I have inspiration, I tend to finish it na. So, pero ngayon, parang na lack of inspiration again. So, 1 week na naman ako nagsulat. Hanggang
Okay,
siya,
I'm super curious. In a day, kasi I'm trying to gauge myself, no, in terms of writing, how many words per day. How many words can you write? I mean, what's the maximum number of words you've already written? I mean, previously.
I guess, 15,000 words ata.
Damn, 15,000. Wait, 15,000 per.
It's, kasi nga it depends talaga if you are really, parang you are really in the mood in writing. Pero meron ding times na even siguro 10 words I cannot write.
Yeah,
Like, di ba you're trying to write something, tapos parang feel mo na siyang isulat, pero when you're writing it down, parang hindi ka marunong mag-English, parang the words that you are writing are not the words that you want. Tapos pag pinilit mo talaga siya, tapos the next day that you read it, you'll feel like parang, I don't like it, tapos scrap all the idea. Parang, tapos
yeah,
write.
yeah.
So hindi mo
I
talaga
feel.
pwedeng pilitin yung pagsusulat ng wala kang enough inspiration.
Yeah,
But
I understand. But wait, 15,000 words in a day.
yeah,
Nagawa.
kasi I had a parang, it's like a script writing, pero I did not continue it na. Pero parang it's a script writing project I did parang last month. Tapos medyo kasi humihingi ng tawag dyan, parang they want another story. Tapos yun, I tried writing. Pag ka naman, kaya naman siya. Kaya ko yung 15,000 pag nasa mood. Pero pag wala ka sa mood.
Yeah, the most I've written is 5,000 words in a day. I'm a slow writer.
Well, so, sabi mo you're aiming for 10,000 words.
I am. Ito, kanina. Pero still, kanina, before this interview, naka 2,000 words lang ako.
When you, kasi ako na, I based the counting of yung number of words ko in a first draft pa lang naman yun. Hindi pa naman siya yung like you edited, yung na-edit mo siya agad. Parang lang, when there's idea flowing, type ka lang ng type, mabuo mo lang siya, na parang pa lang siya draft.
Yeah.
Later, change mo na lang siya pag hindi na.
Yeah, it's always my inner editor that stops me from,
Ayun, I think you should stop na
yeah.
gawin yan. Kasi, I think that's the good thing sa akin. Kasi may nami-miss talaga ako namamali ako at kahit binabasa ko na siya ulit. That's why I need editor talaga. Kasi pag binabasa ko na siya ulit, halimbawa ngayon, nasulat ko na siya, tapos mamaya, inedit ko na siya. May nami-miss out pa rin ako dyan na mali. So, I have to submit it pa sa editor para i-edit it. So,
Yeah,
parang thing naman sa akin. Kasi I just write na lang talaga. Write and write and write. Hanggang sa mabuo ko na yung chapter na yun or that particular part of it.
Yeah. There are times kasi, well, most of the time actually, like, for example, I'm writing chapter 6. And then I write something and then I question myself, does it make sense in chapter 3 if she does this? And then all of a sudden it's, you go back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very tricky. But yeah, I do get it. Okay, our next one is, we're going to talk about Nobody's Adventure. So, for those who don't know and haven't read your book, can you please tell us what Nobody's Adventure is all about?
Okay, so Nobody's Adventure is about a story of a 31st century preceptor who is a teacher. His name is Noli de la Cruz Budino, and he is called Nobody by a lot of people around him. And this story is about his adventure going to another planet, and that's it. That is Mars. So pupunta siya sa Mars, and ang initial parang briefing sa kanya was to teach someone, but he did not know that he's going to teach the heirs of the royalty in Mars. So may mga royalty tayo doon. Then eventually, Noli de la Cruz, Bodino, or nobody will be able to learn a lot of secrets that dealt with a lot of things that happened in the past ng Earth, kung bakit nagkaroon sila ng relationship with Mars, kung bakit they cannot do this thing on Earth and they can just do this on Mars. So parang siya, kasi alam niyo yun, one of the topic or one thing that I want to put emphasis on my book sa Nobody's Adventure is about bullying. Mababasa niyo yun, si Nolly was bullied. Nabully siya from childhood until matanda siya. Tapos gusto ko rin pakita doon that there's bullying also, that a powerful planet and a weaker planet. So there's
Spoiler alert.
sorry. You can read 5 chapters if you read it. Sa 5 chapters na free, mababasa niyo yun. So okay lang yan. So yun naman, parang gusto ko lang ipakita yung yung parang yung bullying kasi nabubulita hindi lang sa ordinary na tao nagkakaroon ng bullying, pati kahit sa mga planets or in the government. Ayun.
Okay, so how much of it are fiction and non-fiction? So what part, if you want to share, you can choose not to if you don't want to. Pero, di ba, fiction sometimes have breadcrumbs of truth in it. So I know that you mentioned earlier from moving from Catanduanes to Makati was a major culture shock. Uh, Unlike everybody else, when they move from a different town to a different city, that usually happens. But yeah, but is it loosely based on you?
Big 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 question.
Sorry, it's a big question, but no, yeah. Let's just go
Yes,
back to the original question. How much of it are fiction and non-fiction?
I think
So yeah,
if we talk about how much of it is fiction and non-fiction, siguro yung may there are parts kasi yung fiction niya 100% fiction siya kasi very naman siya, futurist in a way. Pero yung niya, yung non-fiction niya, mga siguro mga 75%. Kasi of course we're basing all the things that we're writing naman from our experiences and the things that we have seen. Especially there's a part there kasi aside from moving from province going to a city, I moved from a different work also kasi I was working from tertiary level in a college. Then parang I transferred sa senior high school which is in DepEd. So na-shock din ako. Parang may mga din, may mga something din na I did not parang I was not able to absorb well when I moved from CHED to DepEd. So yun din yung that's the first reason why I decided to write Nobody's Adventure because may frustration ako with the educational system during that time. so sinulat ko talaga siya all the things that I hope that everyone kasi our boldness naman talaga is being required in this kind of thing that we're doing right now. Pero yun talaga yung first reason when I was writing Nobody's Adventure. I got frustration sa system. Kaya I started writing it down, yung mga na-experience ko, sinusulat ko, even things na na naririnig ko, I'm writing it down. Tapos yun. Then eventually, I realized na parang sabi ko, may potential naman tong laruin pa na tinawin na puro galit lang. Kasi in the first part, di ba, if you have read it. So parang gusto ko rin makita yung change of emotion, change of heart.
yeah. But actually, that's a very good tip, no, for fiction writers, that they can just take notes of actual events or actual experiences and then apply it in
Yeah.
their creative writing. But yeah, that's a great tip.
Actually,
I should do that.
Totoo naman talaga yun na parang we always write something na parang something that we experienced or had been experienced by other people.
Mm-mm.
Parang
Yeah,
gano'n.
that's great. I'm happy with that answer. Okay, so we move on to the next question, please. When you think about a scene to write, what goes through your mind?
Yeah, mga previous experiences or yung mga fantasies mo na din. Kasi syempre, kung hindi mo pa siya na-experience, hindi ko na naisipin mo. Parang you're going to think of it na lang. Na what if you're in that position, di ba? What if you are the one who has that kind of decision to make?
I do have a follow-up question for this. The scenes that you write, that you said yung mga stuff na na-experience mo. What about yung mga stuff na hindi mo na-experience? Like you're writing a new scene, something that's really not relevant to your life. How do you go about it? How do you structure it? I mean, I just want to pick your brain.
When you're writing kasi science fiction, kailangan 'di ba parang kasi the this is one thing that I did not do with writing my first book, yung researching. Kaya parang the first thing that di ba parang iniisip ko na when you go to Mars, ganito ganyan. So parang i-ano mo talaga siya, imagine mo talaga what's happening in Mars, parang ganoon, yung
Mm.
environment. So what are you going to feel about it? What things would affect your body pag nandoon ka. May mga part doon na parang sabi ko prior, parang knowledge ko na siya because of those other parang movies or something, some of those books that I read before. Pero yun talaga yung pinaka-importante talaga when you are trying to conceptualize or visualize through the use of words, those things na you want to put inside your book, kailangan talaga mag-research ka talaga. Especially when it's science fiction talaga. Kasi people will always want to look for relevance of the things that you are writing. Pag wala kang ganun,
As much as possible, is it close to reality?
yeah, it should be.
Right? Is it even remotely possible?
Parang close to reality na rin siya kasi parang ano ka pa rin ng facts.
Right.
Explain ka pa rin ng facts. Kahit pa
Right.
paano.
I get that. Okay. So going back to balik tayo sa. So yon. So I do have a follow-up question regarding Nobody's Adventure, and you wrote here, and I quote, I
Ala,
think you I
may
think you have to what?
ghostwriter pala ako. Ano ko na siya.
After ko sabihin yung quote, no, biglang sinabi mo, I did not write that. I don't recall writing that. Did
Actually,
I?
guys, I started rereading it again. Tapos meron mga parts na sabi ko, bakit ko ba talaga pinagsusulat yun? Pero wala naman, parang meron ding part na nag-goosebumps din ako. Sariling puri sa sarili.
Hmm.
Nag-goosebumps ka with your own work.
Yeah, I do get goosebumps as well. So I can relate.
Thank
Okay,
you.
hindi nga. So this is the line, no? I think you have to go back now before they start looking for you. Please don't worry too much. Your happiness is my happiness, and your pain is my pain. We are one, my love. Please
Cheesy.
smile and be happy. So
Cheesy.
what was why? Why is it cheesy?
Wait lang cheesy yata ako pag ibang tao nagbabasa. Talaga ng part na yan, battery si Every tsaka si Arsa.
Yeah, but probably the coolest line in the book. One of the coolest lines in the book. That's great. So, what was? Can you tell us something about that
At
that
hindi na
line?
hindi naman halata pero romantic naman ako. Siya, kahit pa paano naman siya, we are naman, di ba? Parang romantic din naman tayo. So we experience
Yes.
love kahit pa paano.
Okay. So, is this a foretelling that you might write under a romance novel? So,
Actually, in book 2, I poured out all the love
mm,
in the world. Yeah. Kasi parang it's something na people, when they're asking me, I don't know if it's a spoiler ha, pero when they're asking me kasi in book 1 na parang sabi nila, we are rooting for the love story of Sam and Nolly. Parang ganun sila. What happened to their love story? Parang, parang di ba? Kasi kung mabasa mo siya, parang may unang kilig lang, tapos yung gitna niya, never mind. Last sa last part na lang na feel. So parang ganoon. So sabi ko, sige, pagbigyan.
Yeah.
Nahirapan ako
At,
dun.
medyo bitin nga eh.
Actually, mahirap magsulat ng romantic na novel. Kasi as much as you wanted to parang you want it to be genuine, di ba? Mahirap kasi siyang i-fake eh. Yung parang ganun.
Yeah, if the characters are not well
Yeah.
fleshed out, medyo mahirap nga maramdaman yung sinasabi or ginagawa nila. Kaya wala akong romance whatsoever in my upcoming novel.
They are
Because
going to look for that. Filipinos are very romantic.
my book is very dark.
Filipinos are very romantic and they're going to push you to to show that romance, even if it's a dark romance.
Feeling ko mga emos ang mga at saka introverts ang ma-attract ko din sa book ko.
And see Nobies.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Our next question is, nasaan na ba ako nag-stop? Ito, we're done with this, right? Okay. What were the steps you took to accomplish this dream? I think we touched on this earlier. And how effective are these steps?
Yun na nga yung sa self-publishing. Of course, it's important na malakas dapat talaga ang loob mo. Kasi if hindi malakas yung loob mo, lakas talaga siya ng loob. Aside from, syempre, of course, money, self-publishing requires money. Kasi kung wala kang pera na gagamitin, wala ding product, wala ding book. Pero more than the money talaga, it's always your courage and of course confidence na rin. Kasi what you are selling to the people is not only your book it's yourself also. Hindi sorry. Parang ano din parang mali yung connotation ng yourself.
No. That's right. You're selling a brand. You're selling your image. Yeah.
So once you started your book to come out or kahit teaser pa lang siya or trailer pa lang siya or you just announced to the world na I will be a book author, you are already maintaining a brand. Parang ganun. You are already taking care of something. Parang ganoon. So every step of the way talaga is very difficult in self-publishing pero it's parang very satisfying naman siya. Hindi pa siya in the end, pero along the way, even there are so many hardships talaga. So many.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point. Very good point. Na you're not just selling a book, but you're selling a brand. You're yourself, your name. You're basically selling you. You're selling yourself. Masama man pakinggan, if you know what I mean. Hindi naman laman ang binebenta natin dito, kundi yung puso at yung kaluluwa natin. So, yeah, that's a very good point, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I share pa a little?
Yes, please.
Parang pag when you're a book author kasi talaga, you are showing to the world yourself So every time that someone is reading that, kanina, sorry if pero kanina 'di ba when you're reading that particular line, parang nachichisihan talaga ako na parang I was thinking talaga, did I write that? Kasi during kasi writing something, feel mo siya in a way na that's why you was able to write something like that. So parang every time talagang may nagbabasa ng libro ko in front of me, para kung alam mo yun, parang kang hinuhubaran na nahihiya ka. I think it's talaga, parang it's not a bad thing. It's not a thing at all. Lang, parang iba lang talaga yung feeling, kaya it takes a lot of courage din.
It's very disarming, no?
Oo.
Parang tama yung description mo, parang hinuhubaran. And then 1,000 people are staring at you. Oh my God, scary feeling.
And thinking
Sorry.
About a lot of things.
Yeah, and a lot of things. But yeah, that is the general feeling, people, when someone reads your work aloud in front of you.
Thank you for letting me experience that, kanina.
Sorry. Sorry, did I put you on the spot?
Parang it's naman din, parang it's something na mapagdadaanan din natin.
Mm. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I'm also curious about this. What are the things you're facing now in the world of self-publishing? Are there any challenges, revelations, things that you've suddenly discovered? Na, ay, problema pala to. Ay, magaling pala ako dito. Yung mga stuff na gano'n.
Kasi parang the complete difference, kung magbibigay tayo ng comparison, yung self-publishing kasi, para siyang kung ano ka, indie film. Kung sa films, we are different from mainstream, para tayong independent cinema tayo in a way. Pero there are naman, parang positive and negative sides ang self-publishing. The positive thing about it, ko ba yung positive or yung negative? Ano ba gusto mo marinig ng mga tao?
Up to you, up to you. Both sides, actually.
The good thing about positive naman sa self-publishing is all throughout talaga the process, hands-on ka. Kaya nga sikat, 'di ba, pinapanood pa rin kahit yung printing pinapanood sa atin. Kasi that's the process talaga. And parang walang idle time, hindi ka mabobore in a way kasi every week, every day, you have to think of a creative way of sharing something sa sa Facebook page mo. Kasi it's not the writing talaga yung super hard talaga. Yun yung pinaka something that I learned. It's not writing, it's selling the book. It's telling the people that you are writing something. Talagang it takes a lot of courage na naman ulit na kailangan mo talaga para yung mga tao, they will believe in what you are doing, 'di ba? So tapos yung mga challenges, yun nga talaga, selling the book, of course, that's a big challenge. 'Di ba? It's sometimes you're going to be torn between you want people to read your book or you want to have an ROI fast. Kasi at the end of the day, it's our hard and earned money that we are, 'di ba, that we spend in producing our books. So parang ganun. Pero yun talaga, you just need to go back talaga in thinking na why did you do this in the first place? Why did you start writing a book in the first place? Parang ganun.
Yeah.
Pag yun ang all those challenges naman, madali na yun.
What about revelations? Like, hindi mo akala mo hindi mo kaya pero kaya mo pala.
Ayun, I did not know that I can share my book to my friends. I was keeping it I started writing it in the year 2017 and finished it by 2018. Pero I just kept it from my close friends. Yung really close friends talaga. I did not tell them that I'm writing something. I am, mas comfortable pa ako sharing it to strangers. Kasi I feel like I don't want to, may certain feeling kasi ako na parang natatakot ako that they will judge me in a way na I'll get disappointed and I'll stop doing what I am doing. Because I'm happy from what I am doing eh. And it's very painful when yung friends mo are the ones na parang magja-judge sa'yo and will pull you down. Pero they're not real friends if they're going to do that. Pero sometimes, pero parang yun, nahiya talaga ako sharing it to my friends, sharing it to my family. I did not tell them na I am writing a book. I did not tell them that I was able to finish a book. Parang nahihiya talaga ako to share it to the world. Parang ganoon. Tapos then, eventually, I realized na if there's someone who's going to help you, di ba? Your friends talaga and your family. So I did not, hindi na ako nahiya.
Yeah.
Natuto na ako humingi ng pera. Para matulungan ako sa self-publish. Pero yun, but what's good about it, when I was able to overcome that fear, yun nga yung revelation, there are family members talaga who are willing to help you. Na even, yun nga, magbigay ng pera para makapag self-publish ka. Kasi ako, I was able to raise the fund for my self-publishing. Hindi yun lahat galing sa akin. Teacher 1 lang naman ako. May lang, kasi mababa lang naman ang teacher sa DepEd, diba? So it's difficult to raise that kind of amount of money dahil din yun sa mga tao, friends and families who supported me. And yun, sabi ko, ayun pala, kailangan mo lang pala talaga mag-take risk of sharing it to them. Parang ganun.
Yeah. Now you're more open.
Yeah. Yeah, para pag may nagtanong sa'yo, are you a writer? Dati pag may nagtanong, sinulat mo yung Nobody's Adventure? Sabi ko, hindi. Yung friend ko, napabasa ko lang sa'yo. Parang gano'n. Sabi ko, may mga ano ka pa dyan, intro na, alam mo ba, ano ako, may kaibigan ako nagsulat ng librong ganito. Naghahanap siya ng
Oh,
magbasa. Pwede mo mabasahin.
style yan eh. Alam mo, yung kaibigan ko nagtatanong kung single ka. Diba? Parang
Yung pala ito, no?
yun yung style na yun eh. No? Okay, that's nice. Okay. Yeah. Next is I've seen your teaser trailer because
Yeah, of
how
course. Yeah.
I did the teaser trailer. Is that for an upcoming book? So please tell us about your upcoming book.
First of all, thank you very much to my dear friend and co-Baldi, Jan, for making that teaser for me. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Parang sa akin talaga pinakamagandang ginawa mo. Sorry na lang sa iba.
No, honestly, I had so much fun doing that
Oh, tingnan mo.
trailer, the teaser trailer, and then the official trailer that's coming out soon. I
SJ,
really had fun talaga.
SJ Ma'am Ferrer, sorry ah. Okay pala pag medyo huli-huli kang ginawa eh. Madami
Hindi,
pa
wait, dali lang. Honestly kasi, kaya natagalan ako because hindi ko pa ma-visualize paano ko gagawin yung actual trailer. And then it just hit me and then I knew what music to use. I knew what style it should have. So yeah, and then pinadala mo lahat sa akin in those wonderful illustrations. So yeah, anyway, I digress. Please, let's talk about your second book.
wait, ano um, but before we go to that, ang galing nung mga illustrations mo. Sino gumagawa nun? Sino yon? Ikaw lang ba gumagawa ng
Ako?
illustration?
No, eh, these are actual photos that I have a subscription sa isang website where you can download these photos, these illustrations, and then it's licensed. And then you can use them for a million times for
Okay.
digital or for print. Yeah, so it's licensed. I pay for them on a monthly basis. So
Pero yun, ano na siya, parang yung design nun, ikaw ba yun o nakuha mo?
no, no, I don't know how to draw.
Ang galing. Akala ko yung gumawa nun. Magpapagawa ka.
No.
sabi na, sabi mo siguro, papagawa na naman siya.
No, hindi, okay lang kung marunong ako, pero hindi ako marunong. Pero yun nga, you can actually, here's a tip for other self-publishers if you don't want, if you can't afford to hire a graphic artist or a visual artist, if you have no friends who's going to help you, you can actually get a subscription. I can provide, I'm not going to say it here in this video, but I'm going to leave a link down the description below so that you can know what I use. So yeah.
Kasi you have to check talaga Jan's mga posts niya about his book. Ang gaganda talaga. The map, the characters, talagang
The map I did. The map ako yung yan, the one behind
speaking
me.
of
Ako yung
all
gumawa.
adventure.
Sorry.
Speaking of the map, I have map also in Nobody's Adventure.
You have?
You
Hindi.
can create also for me. Joke lang.
I don't know the map of Mars. You have to help me. Pero I'll share you the software I used. It's free. Actually, it's free. And it's online. You can actually use that. I'll share it. Yeah, pero hindi. Let's go to Nobody's Adventure 2
Kasi
and
madami
let's talk about
ako.
that.
Kaya pinapaligoy-ligoy ko. Baka madami ako. Okay, hindi na. I'm sure everyone was able to see the teaser trailer for Nobody's Adventure. Again, thank you very much to my dear friend here, Jan, for doing that. That I hope that you're going to the excitement that you felt for this teaser trailer will be the same with the trailer that we will post very soon. Of course, the Nobody's Adventure 2, and that is Courage. Okay, so yung Nobody's Adventure 2, Courage, this is a continuation of the story of Nolly de la Cruz Bodino on Mars. So kung may mababasa nyo, kung nabasa niyo na yung book 1, sasabihin niyo, akala ko nasa somewhere down the road siya. Kasi that's what you're going to read in Nobody's Adventure. So, yun yung pinaka-spoiler na una. It's on Mars again. Yun na yun, nasa Mars naman siya. Pero it will kasi si nobody himself is a very fearful person na walang confidence talaga sa sarili niya. So in this book you'll be able to see his courage, how he changed. Kaya hindi nga ako nagpapagupit kasi gagayahin ko yung cover ng book niya. So yun, how he changed from being a introvert na, hindi naman siya extrovert in a way, pero from being a very fearful na tao and a person who lacked confidence, 'di ba? Parang wala siyang confidence sa sarili niya. He will change into someone who will do something para magkaroon ng solusyon naman all those things that happened in the previous book. So parang siya na yung resolution ng story. It means doon na po mag-e-end ang kwento ni Noli de la Cruz Buguino. Yeah, that's right. Sa book 2.
Doon na mag-e-end? Oh, I doubt it.
Doon na mag-e-end kasi iba naman sa book 3. Ganon.
Okay.
We'll talk about other characters na. Yun. So yun na nga sinabi ko na kanina, more of Sam and Nolly's encounter. And kasi yung style ko kasi in writing, hindi lang siya in Mars. Parang ito talaga yung pinaka ko, parang this is my style na that I'm doing now. Because I did it in book 1 and I'm comfortable doing it. So parang gusto ko siyang gawin sa lahat ng story ko. I'm parang nag-start ako sa middle, what's happening in the middle, then I'll go with mga 2 to 3 chapters sa past, flashback, then going to the middle again up to the ending of the story. So yun yung mangyayari ulit sa book 2 kahit continuation na siya ng Nobody's Adventure 1. Kasi meron pa ring mga meron pa ring mga parang revelation in Nolly's life that we need to go back. Kung sa book 1 was his childhood hanggang sa high school niya, sa book 2 naman yung college life niya. The moment na parang end ng kanyang high school life to college life, tapos back to the present, back to the ball game, then go on. Parang ganun. So hopefully you enjoy na yung mga Sam and Nolly's encounter. Yan. Parang madami doon.
So hindi pala siya question, naalala ko na. Hindi siya question, more of an observance, but nobody or Nolly is a flawed character, and that's why it's so believable. So he's not this perfect character na everything he does is so perfect. No, hindi, it's not, alam mo yun, masyado siyang, diba? I mean, yun yung kagandahan ng character na to. It's because he's flawed. He's a real human being. So, yeah, so
is parang ang gusto ko talaga dun yung character development niya in a way. Pero hindi naman siya yun nga yung sinasabi mo na parang hindi siya very drastic na. Kaya meron din nagtanong niyan sa akin dati na parang, bakit sa last part ng parang wala namang pagbabago masyado sa kanya. Ganun pa rin siya. Kasi parang ang gusto ko naman sabihin, hindi naman sa parang gusto ko lang kasi sabihin na parang you'll change pero not drastically, di ba? Hindi naman na bagong tao ka na talaga in a span of ilang days lang or ilang months lang in the story. Parang meron room for you to change. Para meron pa rin room for other stories.
Yes, I agree. Okay, great. So that's Nobody's Adventure, book 2. Be sure to check it out.
And we will have a special edition that's book 1 and 2 in one copy. So, yun, ni-request ko yun kay Kat kasi sabi ko, Kat, para pag matanda na ako sa mini library ng bahay ko, nandun yun, book 1 and 2 together. Parang it's a collectible. Parang yun. Pero it's a kinda expensive din eh. Pero if maganda ang orders, baka mababaan natin kung paano pag.
Wait, question. It's going to be what, hardcover?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The term nga, the jacket thing.
Yeah, hardcover with the whatever thing. Oh.
It will
I don't know what it's called.
Special cover also.
Mm-hmm.
Secret mo na yung cover. Kumikita cover.
Glossy.
May siya. Joke lang. 3D yung cover.
Glossy jacket, no?
Basta yun.
Yun.
That reels, that's after book 2.
Ingit ako, gusto ko rin.
Yay.
Gagawa din. Kahit isa lang, alam mo yun, collector's edition.
Yeah, that's
Yung
what
author.
I want to do with that. That's why I want a copy of that also. Parang kahit isa lang, pero 3 nga ata yung papaprint ko. Muna, for the meantime. 3 na
Okay.
muna.
That's a good idea. I am going to copy your idea.
Also. You
Sorry.
should, yun nga ang gusto
Yeah.
ni Kat, yung parang, it's like a Harry Potter, di ba? Na parang siya, one set and all the
Yeah.
books. So, kailangan pa
Box
naman.
set, no?
Oo.
Nice,
And
nice.
naman, hopefully our author journey will naman talaga. We are all starting naman. Yay! At least we started, di ba?
Yeah. Okay. And to wrap up this interview, we have our final question. Is there any information you'd like to share with our audience, your fans, your nobodies? What do you call your fans?
Nobies.
Nobies. There. Okay. A message to your nobies, and then, of course, to the audience who is watching this recording.
First of all, again, thank you very much for John Luke. Is it Quintana? Ano ba talaga yung mo? Oh no.
No, yeah, no. It's okay. It's okay. My last name is Chica. That's my last name. Quintana is my middle name.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
kaya nagugulan ako whether it's Chica. Saan galing ang Chica?
Chica is actually it's napunta sa akin yung yung spotlight. Ano ba?
For accepting my invite for myself. Ako di ba yung nag-invite sa me, please. Hindi naman. Pero very cool talaga to si John Luke. So thank you very much talaga for doing this for all of us. I appreciate this kind of gesture coming from you, and that makes me more grateful why I am part of PaperKat Books, for meeting a lot of people like you. Hindi lang ikaw, ang dami-dami ko nakikilala who are very very helpful. We are helping each other, di ba? I hope I can do something naman to you in return din. So thank you very much. And also for all those who are supporting me doon sa mga projects that I'm doing, contests that I'm doing, my Nobody's Adventure page. Thank you very much for supporting. Even simple liking and posting it is really something that I really appreciate. Kasi, syempre, once you are liking it or sharing it, there are a lot of people who can be there. I have met over the past few months, di ba, na I started my Nobody's Adventure page. I have met a lot of people na hindi ko talaga sila kilala personally, pero they are expressing their appreciation about my book, and of course kung paano nila nagustuhan at kung paano sila makakabili ba. So thank you very much for all those people who keeps on, di ba, who keep on supporting my adventure. Kasi in real life, ako naman talaga si nobody in my life, and this is my adventure. The being an author is my adventure. So thank you very much. If you're interested, pwede bang mag-plug ng book? If you're interested to buy my book, you can send me a direct message sa Nobody's Adventure page ko, na pina-flash din dito yung Facebook page ko. You can have this link below. It's Nobody's Adventure. So you can look for you can send me a message, and my book is 375. Then I am going to have a special promo for December, pero I think it's starting na. Propose ko na lang soon. If you're going to buy my book, Nobody's Adventure, it's 375. You'll get 30% off for my book too. So, din naman yun. Again, thank you very much for always supporting me. I am eternally grateful for all your supports. Thank you very much. Thank you then, Janlu, for inviting myself.
Yes.
Thank you very much for, of course, doing this for...
Uy, nagtanong naman ako kung sino yung gustong
Me!
Ayoko kasi syempre mag-assume na parang, di ba, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still growing my audience, and nakakahiya naman mag-impose, di ba? Interviewing kita.
Kaya din naman. Actually, din, sa PKB, marami naman, sa totoo lang marami tayo doon, di ba talaga? So, we are like family talaga. Pero yung distant relatives. Pero hindi tayo first, immediate family. So
Yeah,
mga close natin, na pwede na tayo mag-joke-joke. Pero yun talaga yung support naman talaga is solid naman talaga.
yeah. Super happy. Super happy with PaperKat Books. The mentoring program, the community, lalo na yung community. I wish more people would be active. So hopefully, maingganyo din natin sila na to come out of their shell. And then, it's not just writing a book. You have to, like you said kanina, you're selling yourself. You have to sell yourself.
Tsaka, din, hopefully, our family will stay forever talaga, even if the mentorship, is over na.
Yeah,
Ay,
hell yeah. Dapat lang, no?
before I forgot din, thank you din pala kay Miss Aurora Pulido. Kasi talagang very helpful talaga siya sa doon sa she's our commentee din, 'di ba? She's the writer of The Seamstress with Sampaguita Flower. Ang ganda ng niya, cover din niya. Nakita mo yung cover niya? Ang ganda.
Yes, I did. Ang ganda nga.
Yeah.
Okay. No, wait. Speaking of illustrations, who did your illustrations?
Yung illustration ko for book 2, ang gumawa nun is siya yung nanalo dun sa contest ko last I think it was many months ago na. Yung
Yeah, I
contest
remembered.
magjo-draw ng characters. So siya yung nanalo dun. Her name is Daniela Pata. Supposedly, ang plan ko talaga, kasi if you're going to look at my book, marami dyan ng puro galing Catanduanes words, tapos Catanduanes setting, even yung mga dialect nandoon. Tapos ang plan ko din sana to help my fellow Catanduanes din, yung mga artists na nandoon din. That's why sa Nobody's Adventure 1 ko, ang illustrator ko doon is si John Eli Fajardo. He's from Catanduanes also. Sa Nobody's Adventure 2 naman, yung cover ko, ang gumawa noon si John Eli Fajardo ulit. Pero he's been busy na kasi with his life. Kaya I look for another illustrator for the chapters. Pero magaling siya, taga Makati din itong batang to, tsaka ang galing din. So, yun nga. Okay, ang okay sa atin kasi we #, hashtag support local, love local, read local. So, magandang humingi ng tulong talaga sa mga katulad din natin na nag-start pa lang sa ganitong career path.
Okay. Great. So there you have it. Thank you very much, Ric Eldrid Pabico. I pronounced it correctly.
Yes.
And thank you for joining this very long interview. Thank you for lasting an hour. Super appreciate it. Ang dami kong tanong and ang dami rin natin nakuha sagot. I hope you guys learned a lot, and certainly I learned a lot about storytelling and how sci-fi is being written and how your mind runs with it and how the process goes. So I hope this was a learning experience for you as much as a learning experience for me. So thank you, Ric. Is it Ric as nickname or Ric or Eldrid?
My name is Ric Eldrid Pabico.
Yeah, but your nickname is
My nickname is Nonoy.
Nonoy. So you
In,
want me to call you Nonoy or
it's okay if you want to call me Nonoy. Pero
close eh?
super super close tayo, di ba?
Ric na lang muna, Ric na lang.
Oo. Pero yung mom ko talaga, a little background lang. Parang lang, yung mom ko ayaw nang tinatawag kaming Rick kasi 3 kaming Rick sa bahay. Yung kuya ko, Rick Jared. Yung daddy ko, Ricardo. So, yung Rick talaga sa bahay, si daddy. So, kaya gusto niya, tawagin kami sa second name namin. Like Eldrid, Jared, gano'n. Pero ako yung parang kinasanayan na ng mga tao lahat, puro Rick. Kasi mahirap daw i-pronounce yung second name ko. Kasi parang it's out of this world. Taga Mars ata yung
Yeah, Eldred.
taga
It's
Mars.
very yeah, it feels like parang you're a knight. Parang Sir Eldred. Ganun yung dating ng second name mo. Sir Eldred of Catanduanes is arriving. Parang ganun yung dating. Ang galing.
Parang hindi ganun.
No, sa akin, it's my ano.
I
feeling.
am
The feeling. Yeah.
talaga lagi. Sabi ko, where did you get my name? Kasi I was thinking na siguro kinuha niya to doon kasi yung kapatid niya, yung sumunod sa kanya, Mildred ang pangalan. Siguro galing ba yan sa tita ko, kay Mildred? Sabi hindi, I was reading a book kasi mahilig din mo basta yung libro ng yung mami ko. So, sabi ko, saan mo kaya to kinuha? Nakalimutan niya na daw kung saan. Pero one character doon na na-read niya sa book. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually a good name. So there, Ric Eldrid Pabico, tamang pronunciation ko,
Yeah.
yay. Okay,
But anyway,
so thank you so much. Uh, Again, thank you. I'm super excited for book two. If you guys want to know more about Ric Eldrid Pabico and Nobody's Adventure, please check out the links down at the description below. If you have questions for Rick, please comment down at the comment section and we will answer them as soon as we can. Again, thank you very much for watching. This is John Luke and see you at the next video. Bye. Bye, Rick.
hey,